All right, moving on to a less, I guess, a less pleasing matter, but something that this council and certainly that I feel needs to be done, and that is to address the shootings that have occurred in Dallas and certainly in Baton Rouge. I have, after spending nearly 32 years in law enforcement, have a number of friends, having attended the 226th session of the National Academy in Quantico, Virginia. I have friends that work in Dallas, in Houston, that my roommate was a Texas Ranger. And in talking with them following the aftermath of Dallas, and what we saw in the media from Police Chief Brown led to discussions that encourage us that agencies can engage with their community in a way to lessen the impact of the police and citizen violence, and certainly citizen-to-citizen violence. Police Chief Brown, I'll give you a little background, was appointed as the Chief of Police to Dallas in 2010. Within days of his appointment, his son was shot 11 times in Louisiana by police officers after he himself had killed a police officer. The son had. Chief Brown looked at the violence from his son and the response of the police and never laid blame with the police department, as he has spent all of his life as a cop. His own brother was killed in a gangland shooting in Dallas, Texas. This is the chief's own brother. Those things made an impact on him, and he, from 2010 to now, has reformed the Dallas Police Department into a very well-modeled community policing effort. He has gone to the extent of firing police officers for violence against the public. He holds in high regard the trust of his officers, and he will continue to be a model. He is presented in large forums at the White House regarding the very same issues that we talk about. He also is a down-to-earth individual that understands that there is a distinct job of law enforcement to be able to provide service to a community and at the very same time not be subjected to the violence. So I am presenting a letter for signatures by this council, and it reads, Dear Mayor Rollins, in the aftermath of the 2 weeks, we offer our support to you, Police Chief Brown, and the members of the Dallas Police Department in your efforts to promote a change in culture to reduce violent confrontations between police officers and the community by increasing accountability and transparency. This model must be promoted throughout the nation to curb the violence between the public and the officers sworn to uphold law and order. The Dallas City Council and the Police Department is clearly leading the nation in reforms, providing training focused on de-escalation techniques and excessive use of force in the delivery of community-oriented policing. As a former president, George W. Bush stated, too often we judge other groups by their worst examples while judging ourselves by our best intentions. This has strained our bonds of understanding and common purpose. We want the unity of hope, affection, and higher purpose. We end the letter with thank you for leading the way. signed by the members of this council, which I will pass from one end to the other for signature. Any comments from individual council members?
It's always a tragedy, and I think you've summed it up pretty well in the letter, that we always look at the worst. And it doesn't matter if it's in Dallas or if it's in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, or in Kansas today, it always hits home. Because as men and women leave their house to protect ourselves, they don't know if they're going to come back. And too often, it's becoming a norm at this point in time for going after the men and women that protect and serve us. Sometimes even a thank you is not enough to them. Suggestion might be is also sending a letter to Baton Rouge, Louisiana as well.
The purpose of the letter, and I agree, we need to show our support unilaterally. And I really believe that the Dallas model is one that leads to a greater level of trust in a community. It's not that the city of Yuba City and the police officers here don't have that level of trust. It is a model that worked in one of the most violent cities in the United States, large cities. The violence that was going on when Chief Brown was appointed chief was incredibly high. And to this day, in one of his speeches, he was talking at the White House back in, I believe it was June, that they'd only had 2 murders in Dallas up to the year, and he knocked on wood. And he said, hopefully it stays that way. It's an incredible responsibility that he has led a department, and I think that he has the ability to lead a national reform effort in law enforcement throughout. Some of the states that lack the training, the opportunity to train, and I think that there needs to be a concentrated effort within some states that lack the willingness to have levels of training like California Post, Nevada Post, and some of the others that are required of police officers.
Just to our vice mayor and council member, I had to rescind the other one because you guys signed in the wrong place, but you don't need to sign them all.
Yeah. It's supposed to be above.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be above.
So we're just having to redo signatures on a letter that are going out.
Pretty simple process. It's amazing. One person can mess it all up.
I hadn't signed it yet, so.
I wasn't saying you.
There you go. So with that, again, thank you to the public for the support you're showing our local officers. The Yuba City Police Department, on a number of occasions so far, has individual officers have come and talked to me about how the public is reaching out to them and saying thank you. I've witnessed it. I witnessed it at about, I think it was 2:30 on Sunday morning, where a member of the public came up and spoke to one of our sergeants, thanking him and shaking his hand. The same thing is happening in Mary's film. You read about, somebody picking up a check. That's not necessary. You don't have to buy a cop a meal to show your gratitude. It's a simple thank you. But this community does that. It does it on a regular basis. And I just want to really express, for all of our public safety, they are key to what makes a community a safe and a livable place, and certainly a place where business can be done, but families can enjoy a community like ours. And I thank our public for that.